You have the stage. Yeah, we see your screen.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna summarize our work on zkIgnite 3 scopes for the last milestones we were to deliver. And first up, let me quickly introduce some of you who didn't have a chance to check what Pallad is right now. So Pallad is a wallet for Mina protocol based on a few concepts. And what we are trying to achieve here is we are bringing our experience from different ecosystems to Mina. For example, I'm coming from Cardano, and I made my move 1 year ago when we started working on Pallad. And what we are trying to build is a fully type-safe, highly tested wallet that will be reliable, that will be radically transparent for anyone. And as always, we are trying to have the best user and developer experience meanwhile. And let me go through our milestones. And meanwhile, I'll be switching the tabs because I'll have some demo stuff to show to you. And first up, what we wanted to achieve this for the mid milestones was to rework our brand and rework our website for the open beta launch and the hard fork launch that we are planning after our open beta launch. And about the rework of our visuals, I can show you our Figma file. And we went through whole design process to create like a complete designs for Pallad V1 that's like outside of the scope for what we are delivering now, but what will serve us even in the next releases of Pallad. So after you install the extension, you will get this screen. Then we move on to the first screen that user sees with options to create or restore wallets and some teaser for the hardware wallet support. And after that, there are two flows for the onboarding. First, which is the creation of the wallet, which consists of generating new mnemonic. And second, which is just importing the mnemonic into Pallad. And for example, yeah, this is the difference. Here you get your mnemonic. Here you have to input your mnemonic. Then you confirm that you have written down your mnemonic at this point. And after that, you can proceed to the dashboard. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the designs, not to waste much time on the design part, but I wanna just tease what we were working on. And this is the complete dashboard of Pallad for the version 1, which will have like movers. So there will be different tokens. So if we have the upcoming standards for NFTs and fungible tokens, custom tokens, then they will all be accessible from this section to preview from users' dashboard. Then, if you click your wallet address in the menu bar, then you'll get to the wallet management. And as you can see, there will be an option for multi-account and multi-address in Pallad. So user will be able to have different wallets for different purposes and some customization of the wallets in the management flow. Then we can proceed to network management. So we have some dummy stuff here, but in the real design, I'm gonna show you what we've actually got here. Then what else? we will have option to import the next existing wallets or hard wallets when we publish the support for that. Originally, it was in the scope of zkIgnite 3, but Ledger app only supports the signed transaction, and we would love to support all the actions for zk apps. So we will rethink the strategy, how to approach hard wallets in Pallad. What else? There's receive screen. There's send flow for user, and it has both basic and advanced mode. And advanced mode allows user to overwrite some fee values and memo stuff. Then user is able to pick from the tokens and NFTs. There are just placeholders for now, but we would really love to integrate with NFT projects on Mina to display them here. And the last step is the confirmation of the transaction, where you have to use your spending password, which we use as a salt for the keys in our key management system in Pallad. Yeah, the transaction gets submitted. Similar flow is for staking. But here is the activity, which enlists all the transactions in wallet. There is an information whether there's pending transaction, and we can preview the details of specific transaction. I've also made the hashes and public addresses clickable in Pallad, and then it leads user to Minascan. So yeah, I'm gonna show that later. There is a dedicated assets dashboard. So for example, we will be able to add custom tokens by the contract addresses, like in other ecosystems. And in this section, we have our web connector UI. First screen is to allow the application. Second screen is to sign the upcoming payload. So yeah. Then what we've got is the menu that's accessible from the dashboard. And this menu will have an option to search and to navigate on whole wallet, plus change the network. Then we've got the staking hub design, which will allow user to stake the funds. Some charts, as you can see, summarizing the rewards that in work. And staking flow is really similar to what we got for Sendform. User either selects the available validator or pastes the validator custom validator address here. Yeah, we can stake this way. Summary of the staking, and then the submitted transaction for staking. We have a simple address book to hold some contacts. It's like the most basic address book you can think of, but yeah, we've added that already. And last but not least, we've got the settings of the wallet, where you can change pretty much everything what you saw in previous designs. Some privacy settings, whether to share the anonymized data with us or not. Display settings, like changing the UI language, the display currency, and a simple about section with the legals and current version of the wallet, plus some support. So yeah, this is pretty much the complete designs for V1 that we've created in a design process. Yeah, so checking the question, there is signed transaction method. I will go back to this question a little bit later, because the next point of our summary is the summary of implementation of our web provider in Pallad, which will be quite different from what we got in Auro right now. And I will quickly summarize how different it is and how it works. So yeah, still being on the first step, I mentioned we reworked the website with our new language system, and this landing isn't yet published, but it will be published in the moment we publish to Chrome Web Store with our web extension. So it just awaits our release. And as you can see, it all animates here. We've got some information about Mina and Zeko support, some unique selling points, articles, call to action, subscription for the mail. Yeah. The menu is pretty much the same as in Pallad, and we've started to write complete docs for our wallets. But yeah, still it's in progress, and the docs will be much better at some point. But yeah, it exists now. So yeah, we managed to create the new website that will be launched when we launch the web extension. And I guess we can go to the next point, which is our web provider that we've finished creating, finished developing by now. And first up, it complies with our RFC 8, which is the web provider standards. It will be, I think, reworked a little bit at some point, but anyway, we'll just apply the adjustments there. And RFC 9, which is the public proof storage. And the nice thing is that it also complies with Zico as we were testing that. So let me show you a little bit what it means. So I'm gonna quickly install Pallad and show you the web connector stuff. So I'm just gonna prepare our end-to-end testing mnemonic to restore the wallets. And let's quickly go through the process. So we will restore existing wallets. I'm just gonna fill those fields. I'm gonna paste our test mnemonic. The wallet is restored right now, and you can see the dashboard of the updated Pallad with the interactive price chart and the latest transactions. So we have installed Pallad right now, and now the web connector is available in all the web pages that that have HTTPS connection. So for the purpose of development of our web connector, we've created a dummy zk app to test the capabilities of our web connector. So, for example, I'm gonna hit the Mina accounts that should list the array of the addresses of my wallets. So after I click that, you can see the pop-up window. We just lack the designs here, but the functionality is complete for the web provider. So I'm just gonna confirm the connection to this zk app. And yeah, it was confirmed, and you can see it returned my current wallet address, and it also appears in the UI. And the second method is chain ID. So I just hit that, and you can see that it comes back in a JSON object with this JSON RPC. And then we can hit the balance. Request network. This method adds the network, and in result, you can see the chain ID and network name. And also there are methods to add chain and switch to a specific chain. I'm not gonna hit these as now, because this would switch over to zco and break few parts of the wallet just now, because we are still in the middle of the zco integration. But believe me, it's working right now. And we have the proof storage. So this is for storing the public artifacts, the public proofs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click set state. You will see the new pop-up. I'm probably gonna try zooming in so it's better visible. But we have a dummy bachelor's degree here, university degree credential, which also has like a fake kimchi proof inside. And we can confirm setting the state to Pallad. And after that, we can use the getter of this artifact that will show you the similar pop-up and the query for a specific artifact that comes from Pallad. And when I approve this request, you can see that it returned the array of the artifacts it found with specific query. So we have our university degree credential back to us that was set from like a specific zk app. What next? We have the simple sign message mechanism. So let's type in zkIgnite 3 and hit the sign button. You can see the payload here and our message that comes here. We are signing this specific field, and I'm entering the same password that I've restored my wallet with, and you can see that it returned me the signature from this process with signed zkIgnite 3. Then what next? We have a specific method to sign fields, so I know it's gonna make your life easier with app chains and L2s on Mina. So let's just type in a field here that's gonna be serialized in JSON, and we can sign this field right now. Typing in my password again. Yeah, of course, something had to break, and this was this method. So don't worry about that. It's gonna work when we launch the open beta. Yeah, so this is more or less our work on the web provider that follows the RFC 8 and 9 specification. And yeah, this app will be public for you to test the web connector stuff yourself. And next, we've got the preparation for the open beta release. So as you could see, Pallad pretty much has the most of the design ready as of now, and we cut the scope of the wallet, and we won't be adding any new features, but we are waiting for the legals here to have like a complete privacy policy and terms in wallet, and improving meanwhile some minor bugs that we find. And after that, we will be releasing to Chrome Web Store when we have the legals. But as you can see, transactions and details work. It's not mocked. It fetches from the BlockBerry API. We've got the staking center, and I can change my staking by grabbing some address and by sending the transaction. I got the address book that I showed you on the design, and let's just pick some random address and add that. Yeah, if we click that, it will lead to the send form, and we will be able to sign transaction to that very address. As I said, we've got both basic and advanced mode for the send form, and by just hitting the advanced or clicking on the transaction fee, you will see that you can change the fee of the transaction. We've got a max button to send the whole portfolio to a specific address, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Let's maybe try sending 3 Minas to my address. Let's make a transaction. Yeah, you have the summary of the transaction, and I'm just gonna fill in my password, hit send, and the transaction with this very specific hash was submitted, and it will take like 8 or 10 minutes for the Berkeley to finalize that. So yeah, we've sent the transaction. In activity, we see that there are pending transactions happening right now. There are filters for transactions. And yeah, we can preview current address, copy the public key to clipboard. And we've got some simple settings of the wallet. We didn't add all the settings from the designs just yet, because we will be adding internationalization and fiat values customization at some point, but not just yet. And yeah, from the menu, we can go to network switcher, and we can switch between Mina and zkO. But yeah, as I said, zkO is still yet to be done, but it's gonna be available in the open beta for our wallet. So more or less, this is the current state of Pallad. And now we've got some time to answer questions. So let's go.
So Pete, please.
Hi, Tomek. Just wanted to say it looks awesome, really cool. Really love the interface and just the way you've made everything really simple and clear. It's kind of something that I think gets overlooked sometimes, but it looks really awesome. Just one really quick question. I might have missed. You may have said it. I might have missed it. If someone wants to change their staking validator, are you going to have a kind of like a directory of those? How will people get onto that directory? Will there be like a list or somewhere?
Yeah, so as far as I remember, BlockBerry has already an endpoint to list the validators. So we aren't gonna reinvent the wheel, but we're just gonna use their endpoint to fetch the validators and list all the addresses available from that API, plus allow just pasting the custom addresses. And don't worry, zkOK will be available there.
Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, awesome. Looks awesome anyway. Good job.
There is also one question in the chat from the FCT, Tomek.
Yeah. So I answered that partly. So yeah, there will be signed transaction method. There is already. We just have to improve a little bit the serialization of the transaction. But yeah, it's in the scope of our web connector to have the signed transaction method. You could see the sign message, sign fields. So it's all gonna be available in the open beta.
Cool. Any more questions? Seems not. Then thank you, Tomek. It's been a
Thank you very much.
and yeah, good luck with the rest of the work. And yeah, so last but not least, we will have Pete. Just let me stop the recording and